Hello, hello, hello to the EXP world. I'm excited to say hi. My name is Brian Hoialmen, and I am the Chief Strategy Officer for Lofty. On the call here is Ernest Enriquez, and he is a team and agent within the EXP world. Say hi, Ernest.
Hey everyone.
Ernest, what we're here today is to kind of give an overview of some value props to the Lofty platform for EXP agents and teams, how to grow their business. We have some formulas for success and exciting updates into the Lofty universe. One thing I want to do is say hi to all the EXP agents that will be watching this today. Any questions we can handle in the chat. We have about 30 minutes to go over on how to build your business or make money with Lofty, as well as a lot of the content here allows for agents to have a formula for success. So even if they're not a Lofty user or a Lofty subscriber or choose not to, this is a great value prop to be able to help your business grow. And it's a little secret sauce I've been coaching and training agents on, many thousands and thousands of agents within the EXP universe. So I'd like to share a little bit about my background so everybody here knows who I am. And Ernest, I know you've been on a lot of this make money with Lofty, but more of the formula for success for many years with me. So give them a little thumbs up for the people watching this, that this is really impactful. I know you run your business with the same philosophy. So just go ahead and let them know, give them a little thumbs up or a little, awesome. This is a great opportunity for them to learn something that's good. So for everybody here on the call, my background is I've been in the space for 20 years. I have been through multiple products in this space, and I originally came to EXP in some capacity as a leader for conversion, the first tech stack, and help and did a lot of trainings on how to use their current tech stack of my former organization, KV Core. And now for the last year and a half, I've been helping agents with success and growing their businesses through the strategic office opportunities through Lofty. I'm very excited about this. So some of you watching this video on YouTube or watching this on live, I'm very excited to preview some of the value of this formula for success and how Lofty can help you if you choose to adopt that, and we'll give you some options on how to do that. But ultimately, let's get started, Ernest. So why don't we pull up the deck really quick and let's get started. So make money with Lofty or make money in your business. It follows a very, very specific formula for success, please. So switch to the next slide. That formula is very universal. So as a business, you have to have these three components to make money. Most of any of the products that are out there that agents can purchase or buy individually don't really fit this full model. In fact, Lofty, as well as similar offerings for EXP, have built in this formula for success, which is, Ernest, you know and I know, traffic times lead capture times follow-up equals money. What this means is if you're opening a business tomorrow, your website, if it doesn't get traffic, you're not going to make money. If your website's not designed to capture, engage, and capture their content information, name, email, and phone number, or you don't have the proper tool set to do that. But best way to look at this, Ernest, and you do a lot of print media, right?
Yeah, we do a lot of postcards.
And you do it through Lofty, correct?
Correct.
And you follow this formula to the letter on all your postcards. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Can you give the audience here kind of or I could say this and you can agree, postcards that don't have somewhere to scan a code that allows the person to automatically capture their information and then automatically have that lead capture go into an automatic dynamic follow-up through your AI and nurture system that then allows the retarget digitally of your postcard. That's how you equal success, right?
Yeah.
And typically following, make sure that your product has a scan code, a call capture, make sure your postcards have a automatic smart number or virtual number, making sure that those postcards automatically have the ability for you to put them into an automatic nurture. And better yet, as we go in, we'll show you, you can actually set up postcards within the system, our system, that maybe other systems may not have, that allow you can have a drip campaign that sends a text, an email, resends a postcard, sends a video, just about sends a PDF, sends about how you've done all that with the Lofty system, correct, automatically.
Correct. Yeah. And that's what makes it really useful in my personal business, is having that ability to do it all in-house versus having multiple plugged in solutions.
So ultimately, this formula should be on your voicemail. Sorry, I missed your call. Go to my website.com, and maybe that's your landing page. So they go to that, and it links to a introduction or a video that's sent to the consumer. There's so many different ways, but the point is a signature line on your email should have. So this formula means that every time you hand a piece of literature or a Google link or a Facebook social media link or a retargeting link or a social post, has a way for somebody to engage with you dynamically so you can make money. If you walk in front of somebody and you're walking around door knocking, you should shake their hand, and you should be able to provide something of value that allows for them to opt in to get that value so you can then engage with them and have a personal relationship. I know it seems simple, but I can't tell you how many times I've looked in a magazine, a flyer, an online ad, a postcard that does not have a way to get this client or prospective prospect or person or friend or charity event, a way for somebody to deliver the traffic to a way to engage them. So, or a party to send an invitation to bring them back. So everybody listening, you want a complete tech stack that allows for every aspect of your business to easily be able to accomplish that in a very automated fashion. So we'll be talking about that when we get into the dashboard in about 10 minutes to show you how Lofty does it, but just take this formula with you. It's critical. Next slide, please. So to do this effectively, you need all of these things in one system that's independently private to you. So one of the most valuable resources that the tech stacks that we have and offer is for EXP. It's really dynamic. And Ernest, when we pop up and talk about this, Ernest can run his team through our tech stack without having to pay and buy a full price independent tech stack. He can run his whole business, his teams, or his personal business private, independent, and portable with all of these technologies built in. Is that so? Kind of maybe talk a little bit about that, Ernest, and your how you use all of these little things. Very, 1 minute on all of this stuff and how easy it is for you to use within our tech stack, and how agents should be looking for tech stacks or these types of things and other resources if they choose not to opt into Lofty.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest pieces to this puzzle was having a system that not only will scale down, but scale out, right? So having the ability to bring members into my team, into my network, and have them give them this tech stack that's going to do all of these items. One of the biggest things that's been a game changer for our team in our team platform is having the AI assistant at the actual team level, so that anytime any of my agents generate leads, the AI assistant's picking those up as well, helping those agents convert it. And we're also able to give it a unique name as if it is an assistant, without having virtual callers, having to plug somebody in from external, anything like that. The AI assistant's actually been able to set us quite a few appointments, and it leaves us really detailed notes, which I absolutely love. That nothing, no other system at the time had been able to do. The other really cool thing is the transaction management system, being able to actually put those transactions in, track them from the top down, track my individual transactions and production. Everything from within that transaction management system has been a game changer for us, as well as all the other tools. So,
question for you before we move on to the next slide, and we got about a few minutes before we're going to show you the back end of Ernest's system. Was it hard for you to all of this stuff learn it, or did you not really need to learn it? You just needed to feed it. So thinking about the formula for success, all of these things, the power dialer, the AI assistant, the listing tools, the dynamic CMA, the website, the lead generation, the AI powered CRM, the marketing and automation, the social media, being able to schedule auto posts to your social media accounts where your listings can automatically go out, all of the direct mail and postcards, did you have to learn everything and build all that out, or was it pretty automated?
It was pretty automated. And one of the biggest tips I'll give everybody on the call today, if you are already using the platform or if you're not, one of the first things that you should do is get that AI assistant, because as we started feeding this thing leads, or feeding Lofty, I shouldn't say thing, but Lofty leads, we were able to have those leads that we were generating being followed up with the AI assistant, while we were then able to, on the back end, implement plans and smart plans that we wanted to deploy to existing database and maybe future database and ongoing conversation. So that AI assistant was qualifying leads while we were doing all this other stuff on the back end, which made it super simple. And in fact, I actually lost track of adding smart plans because the AI assistant was doing such a great job of actually qualifying leads for me, that I was like, you know what? I don't think we even need smart plans, because the AI assistant picks up the conversation, converts the lead into a transaction, leaves us documented notes so that the agent has an intellectual conversation with the lead, not just like, hey, we noticed you were looking to buy. It was, hey, we noticed you're looking to buy for a 3-bed, 2-bath home in this area.
It's amazing, right? So what we're talking about, traffic times lead capture times follow-up, what we're trying to say is all of these tools are what agents should have fun with, is getting in front of people. Agents don't have fun managing the CRM. CRMs are for client relationship management, not nurturing leads. So I always tell agents that are listening here, you're able to import all your leads from all your other resources and let that AI work for you. You can import your leads from third-party resources into the system, correct, Ernest? If you have a Hoialmen in the world, our whole system is built with, you don't need these things. You don't need any third-party tech stack, because it's all the tech stacks that are out there are all built into this system and automated to drive traffic and lead gen. What agents are missing is that complete picture from search, all your family and friends. You still want your AI keeping an eye on them. They're on Zillow. You want them in your app. So this system has a full-on app, so your consumers can shop on an app. It has everything to allow the consumer to be involved with your lifelong client. So with the commission lawsuits and everything pending today and all of the TCPA rules and compliance, and if any agents are not paying attention, the whole world moving forward is all going hyper local, hyper relationship building, dynamic listing presentation tool, and buyer agency presentation tools. These are all things that are located in Lofty as an independent private system. So before we go into the next slide, go ahead, next slide, Ernest, for me, please. We do stunning. We have the ability for agents to get a vanity, which is a smart domain, a smart website, but agents can upgrade to that full SEO website. Can you talk a little bit about our SEO builder and how easy it is for agents to basically have a dynamic SEO platform without having to go out and spend $300 a month on maybe a competitive website company, or they could create a luxury website with us. They can have full custom services that we allow. We have some third-party resources to do hand-holding, white glove custom services. So we are a complete business resource for top teams and agents across the industry. Can you talk a little bit about that for me really quick?
Yeah, just really fast on the SEO websites. We all know that in order to drive traffic, we need somewhere to drive that traffic to. This is one of the first steps that you'll do with Lofty, is make sure that you have a website, which is this SEO optimized website. But it's literally a drag and drop builder. So if you think of in context of things like Wix and some of those other builders, I mean, it took me maybe 20 minutes to have this website up and going. But all the SEO tools and all the indexing of the Google Analytics, I can by far say Lofty's, I think in my Google Analytics, indexing something like 47,000 pages versus other competitors that are only indexing maybe 1 or 2 and trying to sell me on the homepage.
And for this, and I hear this, for everybody listening, we're not trying to say that you have some wrong technology. What we're trying to say is that this is a hard business. And so a lot of agents will go somewhere else and get that. That's fine. You can use your Lofty with a luxury presence website, or you can try our system and work it, and we'll give you a way to do that. We're not trying to say, what we're trying to say is make sure that you have a dynamic consumer engagement process, which is your website, dynamic IDX, mobile app, and AI engagement to the consumers. And that's friends, family, people you know, your neighbors, charity events. Everything is competing with their search experience, because your biggest value is your database and how you engage that database through their engagement on a live property alert, listing alert, web engagement, just like they would be in Zillow. You want to create your own journey, because right now with the commission lawsuits and making sure you maintain that lifelong client, it is a lifetime journey. It's not the same thing where you put up a bunch of lead gen sites and hope for the best. Those days are pretty much over. We want to make sure that every agent is really dynamically understanding the power. One other thing that's important that agents should think about in the traffic times lead capture times follow-up, your website is your gateway to lead capture. And so what we want you to understand, if you have a website, also targeted websites. So if agents are listening into this call, making sure that you have multiple website opportunities. SEO is really about creating dynamic content, but being on page one for things like Phoenix homes for sale, that's going to be impossible. But going down to, say, DC Ranch homes for sale and having a custom website for that specific area. I live in Rancho Dorado. And so within our system, agents can do custom websites. There's a Katie Van Ness. She's an agent that's very active. She's a Lofty user. I know you know her, Ernest. She just recently started setting up multiple websites. It's very easy for target audiences. And man, her lead capture, her dynamic engagement in those hyper-local communities has gone up drastically. So we don't want to put any barriers, but we also want to add value to everybody watching to start thinking about how they can become the local value expert so they can take their consumers to coffee. I mean, I always like to have agents. Would you like to have coffee with me this week? I'm the person in that neighborhood. There's so many fun ways. So we want to have fun with you. We don't want you to have to figure out how to build everything. So agents listening in should be thinking about that as we move through this, and then we show you the live back end. So if you guys have any questions, any chat questions, please put those in. We'll probably receive some of those. If you have any more questions related to this, let's move on to the next slide, please. So we have some 10 minutes or so to go through the dashboard. Lofty offers 33 different ways to generate leads, massive lead gen, back to the formula. You should be looking at your tech stacks across your technology stack and your direct marketing stacks and your strategies around capturing people. I like to say it's like throwing a party. You know, I've been, Ernest, you remember my coaching on this, right? The easiest thing for agents to learn, and I've done these at EXP conventions and done talk tracks. If you know how to throw a party, you have to set up an invitation, right, Ernest? You have to decide who you want to invite. You have to get them over RSVP, and you have to then follow up to invite them to your real estate party. And I learned something early on, 20 years from an agent. I said, what do you like to do? And she didn't say real estate. She said, I like to wine, dine, and have a good time. And I've been coaching agents to set up a whole marketplace around wine, dine, and have a good time with your clients. We're a person-to-person relationship building. We're not just a lead service. And more in the way that we're moving today, you want to set up a wine, dine, and have a good time experience. And you can do charity events through our system. There's lots of coaching and playbooks with this. And Ernest, you have tons of playbooks for your business, right, that you use with Lofty?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Next slide, please. There's real talent helping to convert these leads. We already talked about the dynamic scoring. Our system automatically, AI scores all of your leads, looking for other tech stacks to help you. We don't have 10,000 leads as your database, or 5,000 or 1,000. I have agents that we've helped generate 250,000 leads in their database. And Ernest, you know some of these teams. Your only value you have as an agent is the ability to communicate with a homeowner or renter. Our jobs as agents now is to help people get into a purchase process within their home. Everybody can have some sort of way. So dynamic lead scoring, the system watching 10,000 people at one time, monitoring everything, making sure this is really critical. It's one of our feature sets, but you should be looking for that in technologies. If you current technologies or the current tech stack, we're not trying to tell you guys just get Lofty, but we need to make sure if it's not automatically doing something and it's a manual process, that's not the future. We have to be talking to leads that really need to want to talk to us so we could put them into that buyer agency agreement. So we could put them into that listing agency agreement that we can bring long-term value. And so you need a lot of automation, virtual assistants, and dynamic lead scoring. And I know you already talked about that, Ernest, so we can go to the next slide for your value prop for your business. We already talked about the AI assistant. This is a very simple. In fact, I can't tell you how many agents, and I'll take all your agents, go on other websites, go on to your competitors, go on to a Lofty user, go on to Earnest site, have a conversation with AI, have fun. It's a really fun experience to pretend that you're a consumer and you're having a conversation. I always challenge agents, and when they start doing that, they really realize what the consumers are engaging with, right? Have you ever, if you're not listening in, go out there. They're all over the place. People love our AI assistant. I can't tell you how many people love it. And if you're shopping for a home, I enjoy engaging with our AI to have a conversation. You don't have time to have a conversation with 10,000 people. If you have 1,000 people visiting your website every day, wow, what a nightmare that would be. So at the end, we're keeping your leads alive. We're keeping them alive. We're nurturing them. We're engaging them until they're ready. You don't have to do anything. Nothing. The system is doing it for you. Next slide, please. So this is a little scan code here. We have this, what this is, and I want to make sure you guys understand. It's like a gym membership. We're not making this a hard sell or anything. We are active participant within EXP. Thank you, EXP, for that opportunity. But ultimately, this is the value that EXP as an organization is empowering their users. It's also huge for agent attraction and Ernest for team attraction. Would you agree that our system has helped you attract agents, and do you use our system to attract agents to EXP all the time?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a really good recruiting tool that has helped me scale within the EXP organization.
So one thing I would say here on this scan code, this is directly linking. If you use it, there's no hard pressure or anything. This links to you to activate. You can activate your Lofty account, use it for 3 months. We're very comparable to the current tech stack you guys have from maybe the competitor within. But ultimately, though, it's something that you can do. You can scan. Now, keep in mind, this is like a gym membership. We are providing all the equipment you need to run a gym, to work out. We have ability for teams to get our system, and we'll talk a little bit about that. They can book an appointment, but we can build it in. What everybody on this call needs to know is that you can always buy an independent gym, work out at your home, buy it private. Lofty also offers that independent private gym for EXP users for $40 a month for a single agent, like an Ernest. But he also can run a team. So we have some dynamic pricing for teams where they're paying $1,500 for, I don't want to talk about a competitor out there, but you know all of the competitors when you try to buy them. I've run teams. I've owned offices. We also have brokerages that come in the EXP. They can come in and activate our teams and office platform and run their whole brokerage independently, but not pay full price. So this is a very price reduced package. It's the full system, but EXP is offering that membership at a very fractional cost. As long as you're with EXP, you're saving hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And it's helped Ernest take that savings and put that towards his team traffic, lead gen, capture, because your saving allows you to spend more money on actually making money. Would you agree with that statement, Ernest?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
All right.
We
So
love
quick
money savings.
Exactly. So next slide, if there is one. If there's not, I'm Brian Hoialmen. We're going to jump in right now to Ernest's dashboard, and we're just going to go through this a visual walkthrough for 3, maybe 7 minutes before we have more time. Love to connect. You guys can call me, text me. You can call me on my cell phone. I've done a lot of that are on this webinar. If you're on Facebook watching this video and you scan that code, that's going to be posted out and see that. Like I said, there's no obligation for those listening in that would like to learn more about our EXP teams dynamic, those types of things. We do have those options. I want to stress one thing. If you do come in to our system or to our web platform, I want to make sure you identify yourselves as an EXP agent, because if you don't, you go to a normal independent sales journey. And I don't want the EXP agents to go into that, Ernest, because they don't have to buy the independent version of the gym and pay, anywhere from $400 a month to $1,800, $1,900 a month if they wanted to build their own gym. Our system is a complete gym for EXP agents. It's different pricing. So if you do go to our website, check us out, or you do come in to a lead form, identify yourself as an EXP agent, because we have team building experts that are designed to walk you through all of our teams programs for EXP. So if those of you that have questions related to as a single agent or a user, you just scan that code, automatically kicks it up. Ernest, you went through that. It's a very simple process to prop up your account. And that will go to EXP, and then EXP has a way for you guys to find out and join our system. Like I said, it's only $40 a month if you choose to go that route as a single agent. You do have to have a single user system to then create your team system within our platform. So I want to stress that. So once you create your personal system, you can actually convert that to a full team system. Ernest, you have 2 of those, and you're probably saving about 80-90% off your platform costs by using our system for your teams. Is that about right?
Yeah, it's about right. And the one thing I'll put a big emphasis on is the actual tools that we just went over and you reviewed, giving us the ability to actually manage that team, but also giving us all the tools that we need necessary to do our day-to-day business. As you can see, my website's blowing up here. So we're getting phone calls and opportunities coming back to the website. So
for the 5 minutes we have, we don't have a lot of time. Let's just go through the tabs at the top.
Yeah, the only one I'll steer clear of is the people, because this actually does have live data in it. So
think of the people tab. Maybe just give them a quick little blip and then move off that real quick.
Yeah. So your people tab, and let me see if I have some segments in here maybe that we could
perfect. So
we can put them into.
This is perfect. So you're able to organize all of your leads based on where they came from, where they've Zillow Flex, Zillow Connect, SI. So you have the ability to manage all of your buyers, all of your sellers, everything. I wanted to make sure you knew that this is an EXP agent, this is an EXP team. Can you click on the transaction management really quick for me? Yep. This allows for you to put your transactions, but it doesn't just manage your transactions. This allows you guys to make sure that you know you're getting ROI on all your lead sources. So it tracks where your money is being spent and what your closing rates are on those. It also, for those teams, allows you to know what your agents are doing to be effective with that and how they're closing those leads. We have a calendar built in. Please click on the listing tab because that's really important.
Yeah.
This allows for your agents to manage all of their listings, pocket listings. They can input listings that aren't in the MLS if their MLSs allow it. They can actually go in and market their listings. If you can do me a favor, go into marketing really quick.
Can I highlight something here?
Just so please.
Everybody on the call. So, so you're probably wondering, all of these are actually in our neighborhood, which is, and these are personal transactions that I'm doing. So there are some lead types here, so we may want to blur those out once we put this on YouTube. But what these are hyper local leads. These are leads that are within my neighborhood that we've been able to leverage Lofty's landing page builder to build a hyper local and specific page around my community, in which we're actually getting, these are probably over the last 2 months, we've been able to get about 4 listings in the last 2 months from even within just our neighborhood because of that hyper local mechanism that we have embedded into our day-to-day business.
Were those free leads?
These were free leads.
So you don't always have to pay leads for leads. Actually, a lot of agents can generate more free leads than they are paid leads with the system when they have the right lead traffic combo. So you can
go into your wine and dine. I know we have 2 minutes here, but wine and dine, and what was the last one? Wine, dine, and
have a good time.
Have a good time. We actually threw a fiesta where I threw a QR code scanner. Threw a fiesta at the park. They scanned the QR code, got their home value, called me. A month later, we're rolling through transactions within the neighborhood. So
I love agents doing farmers market kiosks because they're cheap, they're inexpensive, they get hundreds and hundreds of leads, and they get more listings from that than anything. There's so many ways. So can you do me marketing real quick? I want to think one more last thing here. This is a marketing platform, and when you're looking at other things, agents, you want to have lots of different ways to market your business. Buying leads online, that's just not the only way to do that. Getting Zillow leads, not the only way. So we have things like Blast, which is automatic property blast. I call it a lead ATM machine. We have 1 minute left. This is the easy button for agents. All they have to do is click a button and they're able to blast their listing or blast the zip code. This is automatic property blast through Facebook, but it has all the lead gen. There's ways to do all of your Google AdWords, completely transparent here. So every agent listening to this is one of the only, if only, services. Agents want to have all of these easy buttons to capture and generate leads. Google leads, social leads. Some of this is paid. Some of these tools, Social Studio, allows for you guys to be able to automatically schedule posts on your Facebook and all of your social media connections automatically. So you don't have to do it. And it's AI driven. So all the content and those types of things. So I want to make sure we highlight that this dashboard It's very easy to use, and we have trainings every day. We have a whole training center on this. So again, this is a very dynamic value point for $40 a month for any agent to run their business. Plenty of testimonials. And our goal here is really on this call to say, these are the things that agents should be thinking about their business. As I close in 1 minute, I really want to appreciate your time on this call. Please scan the code, check it out, or learn some of the traffic, learn from this video, and really dynamically look at that. I really appreciate your time today. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Cheers.